Hi. Last week I did a video on basic framing, and I wanted to reiterate really quickly the principle of basic framing before we jump into focused framing. So, basic framing is really just feeling into the area below the rib cage on the in breath. So as you're breathing deeply, we're just looking at the area, the last or the first three chakras, which are located below the rib cage. So we're just using the whole abdominal area to look into. And when I say look into, we're closing our eyes and basically you're using your internal vision. So it's almost like your head could be slightly forward and you're looking downward, so you're inwardly looking in this area. So on the in breath, you're focusing here and checking for signs first of insecurity or instability. And on the out breath, you're just releasing, relaxing. And next, you're slowly going to check into areas that have stability. So, first looking for instability, insecurity, just being aware. And as you're breathing in, just recognizing those areas. On the exhale, releasing and letting go of everything. What that does, it really strengthens the eye. And for those people who have a very strong eye already, that's not appropriate. However, I talked about that in the last video. So we're going to now jump from framing into focused framing. So we'll start in the same way, closing the eyes, taking a deep breath. And on the exhale, release the shoulders, sink down into your seat. Just releasing and relaxing for this moment. Start becoming aware of the area below the rib cage on the inhale. And as you release the breath, as you exhale, bring awareness to what surrounds you. So no more awareness on the inside, just awareness of what surrounds you. Coming back into the inhale. Exhale, relax. And just checking in for areas of tightness, insecurity, instability. Simply observing, not changing or pressing. You will notice after a while that you will look naturally for areas of stability and security in that same area, only on the inhale. And these areas will change. You will find that your body will show you certain areas and then jump to the next as one kind of releases. So from here, in terms of basic framing, you can end this meditation after doing it for 15 minutes or so by bringing your hand to your heart and just giving your heart permission to send its care and its love wherever it's needed in the body. And what I'm doing now as I'm finishing this basic framing is I'm just focusing on my heart, inhale and exhale alike. Just giving internal permission to let it flow wherever it needs to go, wants to go. Okay, so this technique is a technique for building up trust in ourselves, for building up strength and stability, inner stability. The original focusing technique by Gendlin is really to use in times where we are caught in our emotions. So when we have times where we're living through self-doubt or fear or anguish or any kind of emotional pain and we're having a hard time stepping away from that, focusing lets us release these emotions from the physical body and from the mind, and it also teaches us to become the observer. Someone that can recognize when the mind is playing the trick of the horrible story or the too good of a story. So really it lets us come back to a place of truth. So we're going to get started now with focused framing by starting again with a framing technique or starting where you left off with framing. And as you close your eyes and get comfortable, we're going to simply start becoming aware of the whole of the abdomen region, all the way up to the throat. This is the area that we're working with. And we're just going to remain focused on the body. Inhale and exhale alike. And let your focus be general until something pulls you. There's often an area in the body where that is asking you to pay attention, to look, to bring awareness to that area. Wherever that area may be. Just observing for a moment wherever your body is pulling you. Keeping your eyes closed and your eyes kind of directed toward that area, wherever that is. And you may want to observe this area until you receive an energy, a kind of understanding what's going on here. Sometimes, if you're lucky, you will get a word. And sometimes you can kind of try different words out. There is a beauty behind this, and that is if you get the correct word of what that area is feeling, you can often feel your body just exhale. So there is a release that happened. We are not fixing anything here. We're simply hearing this part of the body. So there is awareness, there is a connection, meaning you are starting to see or recognize, understand the emotion that is being felt by this part of the body. Say it. And in your mind say, I hear you, or I see you. This is what you're feeling. Perhaps it's a sadness, a guilt, a fear, whatever it might be. Just remain open to that area. Do not push your agenda. Just remain open. And when you're done with this one space, perhaps another space might call your name. Stay as long with one space until you feel like a real release happening here, like your body will tell you when it's neutralized. So you're welcome then to move on to another space that calls you. And once you have come through this process, again, I would like to urge you to bring your hand to your heart. And just let the love, the care that is available here, just let it come to any area that needs it, with compassion. Okay, so that is the basis of focused framing. I hope you enjoyed. I hope this helps you as you go forward, move forward in your life, because that is really what we're doing this for, right? Not to be stuck, but to keep moving forward appropriately. My main focus of this channel and of the videos that I will be posting is really to bring more energy to life so that we can live it the way we were meant to live it without looking back, but gathering enough energy or stopping energy leakage so that we can move forward into our potential, into our true potential. All right. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and we will see you next time.